Hello, everyone. Happy Halloween, or not quite, but we're getting there. Let's make sure you guys can hear me and that the video stream is good. Let's see. Hello. I don't know if you can tell, but I have really been looking forward to doing this because this is my favorite room in the house. This is the library that we're sitting in. Okay, fun. Hello. Oh my goodness. Okay, so obviously Gertie is here for the party. The critters are here for the party. Herbert is looking his absolute best. And over here we have a first date with Estelle. We found her in the carriage house, and this is, first meeting, she insisted on wearing white. I told her, it's a little forward for a first date, but it was her outfit and she's setting the tone herself, so we're just going to let her live her own life. So, hello from Seattle. Hello from, oh, I missed it, Minnesota. Hello from Minnesota, or hello to Minnesota. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Hello from London. I'm staying awake. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Hello, Gertie. So this was when we first moved into the house. The library was this big, long, crazy table with a bunch of sort of artifact looking things all over it. And it was really pretty if you were living in a museum, but I wanted this to look like an actual cozy sitting area. So we moved the table into the kitchen area and set up these chairs, and it's absolutely, without question, my favorite room in the house. Hello from the second Minnesotan. The only accent I can do is probably what I would think would be an offensive Minnesota accent. So I watched like Fargo and the movie Drop Dead Gorgeous. And so I'm very good at doing that specific accent. But I think if you're from Minnesota and you don't talk like that, it would be a little obnoxious. Hi from Savannah. I love Savannah. Hi. It's one of my favorite places. Hello from Chile. Oh my gosh. All over the place. Hello. Okay, so obviously this is kind of different than what we've normally done. I've never done a party on this end, and I'm kind of just really excited to see how this is going to go down. Okay, Gertie obviously is making a little bit of a scene. We have all of our kitties out and loose, which we don't usually do in this part of the house. But I'm hoping Archimedes will make an appearance. He is, oh my gosh, should we talk about Archimedes before he makes an appearance? Oh, by the way, let's talk about, oh, there's Archimedes. Hello, sweet baby. Let's see if he'll show up. Oh my goodness, oh no. He got scared. Little baby. He is amazing. Let's talk about him for just a moment, but I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. So we got new internet. So after the last live stream where we had like an internet go down thing in the middle of it, I was like, that's it. I can't do this anymore. We called some place. They hard-lined it or something. It's there is no I don't know. It's coming in from a line. It's terribly expensive, but I mean, this needs to work and go smoothly, so that's what we're doing. So this is our first time. We've tested it a few times, didn't have any issues, and so hopefully this will be the beginning of a nice interruption-free live stream. Hi from San Francisco. Hello. Please have the mic closer when you look at the camera. Okay. I want to. The mic won't move, though. Here, I can scooch myself back. Normally, let's see. I'm hesitant to do anything that's going to potentially cause like a thing. Let's see. I'm gonna experiment. It sounds fine. Okay. There. Hopefully that will improve it somewhat. Okay. Sounds good and looks great. Hello from the Netherlands. Hello. Okay, let's talk about Archimedes. So I said I was going to go to the Humane Society looking for a kitty. I went for myself, if I'm being honest. I was hoping I was going to find a kitty that reminded me of Mr. Biggles. There was no kitty that reminded me of Mr. Biggles. And I almost, so after deciding like, I don't know, Archimedes was the only one that really just like, something about him seemed kind of interesting. He didn't make a big scene. He was so old. He seemed so old. And I told my mom, I said, I'm worried that he's almost too old. Like I'm going to bring him home and only have him for a very short period of time. And I was like, well, we can ask up at the register. Oh my goodness. Okay. They don't always get along perfectly. Let's see what happens. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but Archimedes and Werewolf are having an interesting time trying to get to know one another. Okay, this is very appropriate. He's running around right now. Anyhow, I went to the shelter. I saw him. I spotted him. I asked the woman at the register and she had told me, oh, we think he's only 8. And I was like, I don't think so. If he's 8, I'm 22. So, but she told me his backstory. It was so sad. And I was like, whatever. We'll take him home. And if he's only got so much time left, that will be what it's going to be. So we had to wait a few days. They have to like call all these references and make sure that you're like a good pet owner. And then they called me and said we could come pick him up. And I went down there. I brought him home. He just like very gingerly stepped out of the carrier, and he almost seemed like his foot was, he just seemed very distressed. And then initially he was just this cuddle bug that was like, oh, you've saved me. I'm so grateful. And that lasted for maybe like a week or two. And then his real personality came out. And I think you could equate it to John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever, where he thinks he owns everything. He's running amok. He's actually being really cute and laying down right here. But he is the funniest, like cutest little guy. Let's see if we'll see. I have not experimented to see if he is a camera friendly kitty, but we'll find out. Okay, so let's see. How are we doing? Oh my goodness. Okay. What room am I in? I am in the library. Let's see. Okay, before I get into what we're doing here, do you guys have any questions? I was chatting at you guys so much I didn't even look here. Oh my goodness. See, I can see Archimedes down here on the floor, but he's just not. The room is so beautiful. I love it here. How is your captive? I think he's very well. He has actually joined us for the party. Okay. Hi. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Okay, good. Okay. He's not a big talker, but if you guys have any questions for him, I'm obviously happy to relay them. Let's see. Oh my goodness, they're coming in. Do I like the fall leaves? I am so happy here. Oh my gosh. It looks so incredibly beautiful. I can't get over how amazing it is. I've never seen like a fall sort of begin from everything being green to what it's looking like right now. And it's, Oh my gosh. I was going to try to film like an episode where I go around and show everything, but I think I'm actually going to do that next year. Are you doing good? Okay. All right. Anyway, so I think I'm going to do that next year just because I'll have more knowledge about the places that you can go. How did you two meet in a cemetery? I'm just gonna lie, by the way. I'm just gonna like make up some like a different story every time. Let's see. Okay, maybe. Isn't the next party for your fans? So yes, I'm hoping that this plague dies down and the world returns to normal by next Halloween. So I'm really, really crossing my fingers for that. And if it does, we will be having a live party here specifically for patrons. And it's going to be, obviously, I'll have to keep the numbers at a certain number, and we'll have some method of like giving out the ability to come to that. So I have yet to figure out all the details for that. But this is kind of just like a precursor to the fun. This is how I usually dress up for parties. I love getting super, super gussied up. And I'm really, really looking forward to doing that in the future and having people physically here and like doing pictures and all of the fun things, which, by the way, we got a grand piano. The local Presbyterian church somehow found out that we were looking, contacted us. We're like, you can have it. We have one that we were actually trying to get rid of. And I couldn't believe it. We went down, checked it out. So we made like a good donation to them, and a piano mover came, and we have a grand piano, an antique, super, super old one in the house. So it was amazing. I'm really jazzed. My grandfather clock came and it's broken. It's not irreparably broken. It's just not quite, the mechanism isn't working correctly. So I have to find a clock repair guy to come and see if he can't fix it. Let's see. Does your captive listen to Gunship? He does. He likes them a lot, actually. Yeah, do you? Okay. So yes, he does is the answer. I shouldn't answer for him. Let's see. Tell us about your hair color. Ooh, should we break down this look a little bit? So, you know how they sell those cans of like white spray and hair color for Halloween? Well, they really don't do the job as well as you need them to. So what I have going on here is I have the perimeter of my hair is all pulled down, and then I have this cheap gray Halloween wig on. And then what I did was I used dry shampoo, that Batiste dry shampoo that you can get at like Walmart is where I got it. And you spray a ton of that into the wig hair, and it makes it look like real hair. And then in the front, if you spray that Batiste dry shampoo close up to it, it turns your hair white, and then it just washes right out. So that's what I have going on right now. And an antique little hat. And then so this is a dress that I made, and it's short sleeved. This is where the sleeves are, and I wanted it to be like a long sleeve thing. So I had these I got them at Spirit Halloween lacy pantyhose, and I just like cut open the back, and I'm actually wearing it almost like a bolero. And so that's what's going on here. Oh, okay. You don't eat those. Those are just for decoration. Sorry, he's eating the candy corns. Sorry. There's a bowl. Do you want a cookie? Okay. Let's see. There you go. That'll be good. I'm gonna wash that down. Let's see. What do the neighbors think of you moving in? Considering all of the people that have stopped by to welcome us, I think they like it. The mayor of the town came with his wife, and we met them, and they were wonderful people. So it's been amazingly fun. I don't know. I've been loving meeting people. Paul and Lynn are our neighbors that have become our very good friends, and we just absolutely love them to death. So we're settling in very, very nicely. Let's see. Trixie was at your house. Yes, she was. Let's see. Let's see. What devices or instruments do you use to make your music? What devices do you use to make your music? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Any more ghost sightings? So I have something to say. I watched the previous live stream back and I noticed that when I was talking about the ghost stuff, the stream became incredibly glitchy. I'm going to take that to mean I'm not supposed to talk about it too much, but I don't think I can say anything about it. But it's an amazing place. And when you guys physically come here for a party, maybe you will have your own experience. Are you using a Yeti mic? I don't know. Is this a Yeti mic? No, it doesn't look like it. He nodded no. Let's see. How's your kitchen? The kitchen looks exactly the same. So that was something else that I saw. So the kitchen just is like this really blank slate kitchen. And it's such a big undertaking what I want to do to it. And I don't physically have the time to do it all myself. And finding local work here, because everyone's so busy with what they're doing, is kind of difficult. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. Oh, Archimedes. Let's see if I can get him. I've got temptations. Okay, this is actually going to cause a problem. Okay, now we've got to. Let's see what the stuff is. We've got Werewolf right here. Archimedes. He's tempted to come up here. I knew. I was like, well, I have a cat toy and I have Temptations, which seems to be. It turns into a whole thing. Here, do you want one? Oh, Gertie's like, I would like one as well. Okay, I tried. Let's see. Let's let them eat their little treats and then let's bring in some pumpkins. Are you doing okay? Okay, good. All right. Will you do another house tour when it is set up the way you want? 100%. And it's going to look very different, but in a very grand, beautiful kind of way. This is Archimedes. Oh my goodness. He feels like a piece of silk feather or something. He is easily the softest little kitty I think I've ever touched. Poof looks soft, but he's actually kind of a little bit coarse. Not too much, but this little guy just feels so wonderful. Will you do a monthly craft video soon? Yes. So that's what I'm working on right now. Is I am making that scarecrow. So that's what I'm doing. And then next month we'll go back to crafts. I'm so excited about that. I really want to go back to a little bit of baking and do like a cake or something like that. So I think I'm going to try to focus on that. The scarecrow is kind of at a funny stage where I was like, this is going to be an easy project. I'm going to be able to whip this out so fast. It never is. So, but I'm making him from like branches and sticks that I just found outside. And he's coming together and he's really spooky looking. So that should be coming obviously this week before Halloween. So let's see, make a Christmas cake. I love that idea. Okay, we've got Professor Poof over here. Look at these guys. Okay, by the way, I've hit max cat for me. You never know like what your personal pet limit is. And so Sergeant Fuzzy Balls is hiding somewhere. I have 4. Okay. Sorry. Let's bring you over here. I have 4 cats right now, and that is max cat for me. I think everyone kind of has their own different cutoff. My mom has a much higher cutoff. But this is enough kitties for me. Let's see. Oh my goodness, she's being so cute. I just received my signed photos today. Yay, I'm so happy they came. I'm working on, I think I'd mentioned in the last one that instead of a Halloween card this year, I'm doing a Christmas card. It's going to be amazing. And we'll be going out in December. My limit is 5. She's talking about cats. Yeah, you kind of have to find, I don't know. It's hard. I almost want to say if you have only just one cat, they tend to sort of just live their own life and mind their own business. And I like 3. I feel like 3 is like a good number of cats. And then the 4th one, what that's done is it's kind of shifted the dynamic to suddenly we all want attention from you, and we're all like trying to get it at the same time. So I just feel like, oh, this is a lot of cats for me. Let's see. Your captive wants a drink. Do you want a drink? Yes? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Did you have that? Okay. There you go. Maybe 2 hands. 2 hands? All right. Let's see. What type of drink is that? It is cider. Oh, wait. I was going to call. Oh, okay. Are you okay? That was fast. I'm trying to think. I was going to call and see if I could get some dry ice, but I did not have the time. Did you drink that too quickly? Okay. Let's see. What is the captive's daily routine? Okay, interesting. Let's see. The cat drank the cider. It is what it is today. I think that's the thing. When you have a party, you can't control every little element of it. Okay. Do I know what the books on the shelves are about? I do. So one of the original daughters of this house was a doctor. And so there's tons of medical books here from the late 1800s, which is kind of really awesome. I think let's get into pumpkin carving. Do you want me to take that for you? Do you have that? Okay. So my very handsome captive is going to bring us pumpkins. We are both going to be carving them. I'm doing a very, very traditional pumpkin, but I also have some polymer clay that I'm gonna experiment and see if I can't like give it a little bit of like a 3D kind of a look. Are you okay? It's a heavy pumpkin. Okay. Do you want my help? Okay. Oh, okay. Lovely. Okay. That is one dashing zombie. I will tell him you said that. And you've got your pumpkin. Okay, wonderful. Huge pumpkin. So there's a place here called Cullen Pumpkin Farm, Cullen Pumpkin Patch, something like that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I get so I get so frazzled because I'm like, I want to tell you so many things. Cullen Pumpkin Farm was unbelievable. We literally got to go out, back a truck up, and go out into the pumpkin fields and pull them straight out. Do you have that? Do you need help? Okay. He's gonna start right away. Do you need, okay. That's what I was thinking. So I went to Walmart yesterday and they have amazing pumpkin, actually Halloween stuff in general. There's a Walmart Supercenter right here, and they have costumes, all sorts of stuff. Are you going to grow pumpkins? I might. I know they're silly. I just think they're fun. I like elegant Halloween, but I also like completely silly fun Halloween. Okay. So I'm just going to toss this back there. I'll just put those in there for you. I'm going to get my kit ready also. This is super fun, you guys, by the way. If you are doing anything on your end, take a picture and tag Creating with Christine, because I would love to see what you guys have set up on your end. Somebody had mentioned something like, could we do like a Zoom call kind of thing where everyone can see everyone else's? And I don't think that would work. I don't think that could work with this number of people, but I love that idea. Okay. Okay. That worked out nicely. I got these little bowls too at Walmart, and I'm going to put the pumpkin guts in them. Set that right over there. This is a blast, by the way. I don't know if you guys are having fun. I have been looking forward to this, and even as we were setting it up, my captive was just like, this is like one of the most exciting ones I think we've done, because it's super, super fun for us too. So, okay. Are you doing okay? Okay. All right. So let's see, what's the first thing we're going to do? Let's gut this guy. Now, can I show you something I bought? I am very, very excited about this. I found it on eBay. It is a small wicker purse, and it reminds me so much of Sophia's purse in Golden Girls, The Golden Girls. So I've got some rubber gloves in here. This should be super fun. I should learn how to make purses. I would love to do that. Are you a Hocus Pocus fan? Of course. I've actually watched it, I think, twice. I keep hearing rumors that they're gonna make a sequel. Oh my gosh. I would be so ridiculously happy if they did that. Okay. We're gonna find out how easy this is to do. This is not anything I've ever done like on camera, like being made up. Let's see how this works out. Let's see. Maybe if I cut it. I make no promises to how nice this is going to turn out. And again, I'm a slow working artist, so my best work always happens when I take my time and not like rush things. So this is not going to be a masterpiece today. This is just a fun, silly craft. Okay, so the pumpkin carving stuff from Walmart is amazing. I've been watching The Burbs a lot too. Ooh, let's talk about the Witches movie that's on HBO Max. I did not go into it think because the first one, The Witches with Angelica Houston, is so unbelievable. I did not expect anything could come close to that. And I felt like the story between the grandmother and the grandson was 1,000 times better in the new movie. And I like Anne Hathaway, but I don't think you can. I would say the only drawback is that they weren't able to have Angelica Houston sort of reprise that exact role. But it's really cute, and I was happy with it, so you should check that one out. Someone said no spoilers, please. The UK can't watch it. So don't say anything about it. Just go see it. Are you doing okay over there? Okay. All right. I'm feeling pretty good about that. You always want to cut at an angle when you go in so the doesn't fall right into it. And then you can just cut off that top part. Let's see. Ooh, this is a big one. There is a lot going on in there. So obviously now you have to pull the guts out of the pumpkin. Oh, are you okay? Okay. We are going to make pumpkin seeds with these. Let's see. My husband loves scraping the pumpkin pulp. He says it's almost like scraping brains out of a skull. I like that. Okay. Let's see how nice this is going to go. It is really gross and fun. Oh, you said you love the fireplace. Is that not an unbelievable looking fireplace? It is so pretty. That's one of the amazing things about the getting into an old house is like they have so much detail and everything is so, I don't know. They were very particular about things like that in the past. Oh, how many do you have and are they usable? So there are 8 fireplaces in the house, and we have called, I want to say, maybe 6 or 7 fireplace places and can't get anybody to come out. So we're working on that. We don't know if they work, and we're not going to run them until we've had like a professional come and check them out. So hopefully by Christmas, I'll have that figured out and we can have like a fireside live stream or something like that. Do you have a favorite Halloween costume you've made for yourself? I tend to always want to look like an old lady. So like gray hair is always something I love doing. It's my favorite. I just tend to think people look so pretty with gray hair. So it's like my favorite look for myself. I've always really been looking forward to being like a 70-year-old lady or older, like maybe in my 80s, and just looking like kind of just a spooky old. I mean, I want to say like one of my beauty icons is the Lady Tremaine from Cinderella, the Wicked Stepmother. Okay, let's see. There is, obviously, the bigger the pumpkin, the more pumpkin guts you're going to end up with. Okay, I feel like that's enough. Are you having fun over there? Okay, good. I'm just going to set those aside. Be right over there. And let's start looking at what this pumpkin's going to be. Now, obviously, pumpkins grow on the ground and they have a really good side and kind of a yucky side. And so this is the not special side. It's kind of just lumpy and there's dirt on it still. But this is the good side. And something I like to do is take a marker or a pencil and kind of like etch out what you're going to do first before you start cutting in. Let's see. Did your mom love the house? She thought it was amazing. Let's see. Okay. Let's find out how this is going to look. Like I said, I'm doing kind of a simple one, but fun and spooky. Somebody asked if my mom liked the house. She loved it, and I'm going to hopefully have my mom and my nieces come out in November to help us. We have, obviously, based on the different tiers, we have to mail out several things towards the end of November. And my mom and my nieces are going to come, and we're all going to make like a group effort of trying to package everything up. The nice thing about a marker is if you kind of mess up a little bit, you have a minute before you can kind of like rub out that idea. We generally have pretty different pumpkin styles, so his is probably going to look very different from mine. You need candles already? Oh my gosh. Are you done with yours already? He is a lot faster than me as well, I guess. Okay. Do you want me to hand you one at a time? Or you want the lighter? You want everything? You want me to put them in there? Okay. Here, I'm going to help you because I just feel like you might hurt yourself. Okay. Let's do a few. Do you want to do the lighter or are you afraid of the fire? You want to do it? Okay. Do you need help with that? Okay. Yeah, he's able to just, start carving his pumpkin very quickly. And I always have to like think about what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. Okay. His came out amazing. Oh my gosh. Honey, that looks just really spectacular. Okay. Let's see. Well, do you want to go make us pumpkin seeds while I work on mine? Okay. He is going to go make us pumpkin seeds. I'll hand it to you this way. There you go. Be careful. All right. Now he's already finished his, and now I'm going to start on mine. Let's see. I was going to tell you music too. You should be playing Halloween music. I didn't play it here because I didn't want to force the music that I like for Halloween on you. And it's just kind of going to be more fun if you listen to whatever it is that you personally prefer. Okay. Let's see what happens here. I gotta tell you, I don't think you can beat these little cheapy Halloween cutters, like pumpkin cutters. Let's see. Gunship has an amazing Halloween playlist on Spotify. I'm going to check that out. Gertie, are you doing okay? Okay. She kind of keeps wandering around. It's so funny. She follows me everywhere. That feels loose, but it's not quite coming out. Oh, there we go. Awesome. She's scared of getting lost in the big house, probably. The candles are really shaking. Are we talking about this? They'll be fine, I think. Let's see. I like to carve eyebrows into pumpkins. I didn't think to do that. I do love eyebrows, though. I have loved living here so much, by the way, in case I haven't talked about that enough. It has just been everything I hoped it would be and more. And especially just like going on drives to go pick stuff up that I need for doing these sorts of things. And you're just driving and all of the leaves are falling off the trees and kind of like cascading across the hood of your car. It's been really, really, really fun. I can hear him making those pumpkin seeds, and I am so excited for them. Oh no! My it broke, but you know, that's what happens. I'm trying to work with it anyway. Let's see. Add a vent hole for your captive's pumpkin. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, a vent hole will make it so that there's more oxygen going in. Hi, Archimedes. He is such a sweetheart. I could talk about him all day. I've been like sending endless pictures to my mom. He snuggles with me every night. He has like a congenital deformity that has something in his eye. Like he's got like extra, like an inner eyelid skin or something that they surgically removed some of. You want to come up here? Poor little baby. And so anyway, it causes his eyes to sort of weep endlessly. So it's not going to be anything I can ultimately stop, but we tried cleaning him. But anyway, I woke up the other night and he was pressing his face against my chin, like trying to wake me up just to get some affection. He sleeps like on my chest and around my face, and he's such a little cuddle bug. It's been wonderful. I'm so happy I did that. And I would do that again. That was the first time I've ever gone to a place and specifically been looking to adopt an older cat. And I would do that again without batting an eye for sure. You do have to think about a few things. You want to be able to obviously cover the expense of like if there is something wrong with them or they're going to need any kind of special care. And also, this is a little gross, but it's a truth about getting an older kitty, is you do have to be careful when you're adjusting their diet to the what you feed your own animals. And we've been having fun sort of getting that adjusted and correct, but it is just a part of, you know, obviously bringing in a new family member. Keep losing that. Do I have any Halloween plans? I feel like if you're basing your plans on what's going on in the news, it just doesn't seem like social anything is a good idea. So we're gonna have Halloween here watching spooky movies. I wish there was a way that we could still hand out candy and be smart, but I don't know that there is. So I'm still toying about what to do about that. I haven't made any like hard and fast decisions yet, but it's gonna be one of those. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna grab his little cutter. Oh, Gertie, did I startle you? I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, I think my cutter had just died. How are you doing? Are you okay? Be careful, little baby. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Someone said, yes, create a chute from PVC pipe. My mom actually suggested that to me, and I was thinking about it. Um, I don't know if I have time to set up something like that, but I love that idea. We're also going to have, like, there isn't really like a smooth walkway up to the door here yet. And we're going to have to take out a tree and have like an actual nice, beautiful looking walkway paved in. And that will be done by next year. Next year, I'm just hoping that the world has calmed down and things are feeling a little safer and we can get back to doing some of the things that we love. That poor tree, I never cut out trees. I hate the idea of cutting out trees. And my mom agrees with me. Like, it's just one of those, I will almost never ever advocate the cutting down of a tree. But this entire property is absolutely encased. And when we first moved in, there was a gigantic tree right in front of the house. I'm not kidding, 10 feet off the door, completely obscuring the entire front of the house. And I was like, you kind of have to take out a tree here or there once in a while. But I absolutely generally feel like the more trees, the merrier. Let's see. Do you ever feel scared in your new house? Okay, hopefully the internet doesn't cut out when I say this. I've mentioned it's haunted, and it's haunted. Um, I feel like there's something good here. I don't know. I can't say more, but I don't feel scared here now. I thought I was going to, but no. It's just not a scary place. Did that cut out at all, or was I able to say that? Okay, you heard it. Okay, good. Do you have a favorite movie to watch Halloween night? I don't think a better movie for Halloween has ever been made other than Trick or Treat. I mean, I love Hocus Pocus, so don't come for me, but I think Trick or Treat is the best Halloween movie that has ever been made. And Hocus Pocus is second, in my opinion, which doesn't make it like right. This is coming along. I just for some reason I thought you guys could see what I was doing, and if I had had some more forethought, I would have like had like another camera set up that I could have switched to. But I didn't, and so it's going to be kind of just a bit of a surprise for you when you see it finished. That's kind of the funny thing about doing these live streams is you plan for as much as you possibly can, but there's always something you've forgotten about. Let's see. Are you going to give your pumpkin a name? I don't know. How about you guys can? I'll let you guys give him a name. Is that going okay? Are they ready already? Did you miss me? Oh. Oh, you want to see what my pumpkin looks like? Okay. Can you see what that's beginning? You like it? Oh, okay, good. It's going well. Are you excited for pumpkin seeds? I like a really Tim Burton-y looking pumpkin, so that's always the goal I'm going for. What? Do you think there's a big difference between autumn in New York and California autumn? It's kind of humongous, if I'm being totally honest. It's something I've never even personally experienced until this year. Okay, good. So yes, the answer is there is a huge difference, and it's really unbelievable here. I've never, from the temperature to the smell that you smell outside, it's just really, really spectacular. Would you mind terribly getting me a washcloth that's a little damp? Thank you. Oh, you like the sound of knives through pumpkins? I do too. I was so excited about they're making a sequel to that Blumhouse Halloween, and it got postponed till next year. Oh, okay, this is starting to look really good. He's able to do his so quickly, I can't believe it. All right. It's starting to look nice. I always like to go in and like cut out some of the angles so I know that that light will be able to come through as much as possible. Ooh. Let's do a little decline on that. Have you seen Blumhouse's Happy Death Day? It's one of the best, and the sequel was actually incredible. So yes, I love that movie. Both of them. I think I need gloves on again. hope you make enough pumpkin seeds for all of us. I'm going to do my very best. Oh my gosh, someone said I was in Salem last year with my mom. That was, without any kind of question, the best Halloween I've ever had in my entire life. It was so incredible. My mom and I dressed up as witches. There's someone on Instagram, his name is Lord Blackwood, and he makes witches hats that are really unbelievable. And he made us a couple. Thank you so much. He made us a couple, and we wore those, and I carried around that witch's broom that I had made, and it was so ridiculously fun. I don't know if I've ever had a better time in my whole life. Okay, so I used a marker, and then I just was able to wipe all of that off, and it looks totally perfect. Okay. I was trying to tilt this down a little bit. Ooh. Got a few more pumpkin guts that are just going to have to go out on the table. But it's okay. It's a party and we'll clean it up afterward. All right. Let's see. I'm feeling really good about this. Okay. So I said I was going to, you know what I can do? I'm going to, for one, I'm going to vent the top. So the way I'm going to do that is to cut out a little bit of an extra like widget back here. And that way my flames will keep going. I should use that terrific little cutter because it is so good. I'm going to experiment with using a little clay on this front, but first I'm going to light it up just because I can't wait. Your captive's pumpkin looks like the original pumpkin in the opening of Halloween. I'm going to tell him you said that. He's going to love hearing that. These pumpkins are huge. Cullen Pumpkin Farm. Next year, I'm going to like film like a whole thing of going there and like loading up on pumpkins because it was such an incredibly fun thing to go do. And then we also went to a place. Someone came here and knocked on the door and told me about Pumpkin Junction. And I went there and it was unbelievable also. So we've been having like a lot of fun. I'm going to place all of my candles in there first. I can smell pumpkin seeds. And I'm very, very jazzed about them. I like a lot of candles in a pumpkin just because then it makes a whole bunch of light. Okay, I'm going to actually have to stand up to try to light these. Have you grown your own pumpkin patch? No, but we did throw out a pumpkin at the California house last year, and we threw it out into like a side of the, like, I don't know, nature forest area, and not too long after we saw seeds or little leaves start to come out. Ooh. Hopefully I don't fall into a candle. This is a lot of candles. Almost. Kind of have to find where it was sitting. There we go. Okay, can you guys see my pumpkin? Maybe I need to move my punch bowl a little bit. Kind of looks a little bit like Oogie Boogie from and let's see. Very spooky. Okay, so I feel like, okay. That's how I just generally like a pumpkin to look like a classic pumpkin. But I think I want to make the eyes even bigger. Now you can always mess up too, which I've done before. I like that better. That looks a little bit more dramatic to me, I think. You kind of want the eyes to be big. Let's see. Captive. I'm gonna see if we can't have the punch bowl removed so you guys can see it better. Now the pumpkin has cat eyeliner. Okay, good. Now let me see. So I used polymer clay, and I did show you what I did. Would you mind removing the punch bowl? Thank you so much. All right. How do you and your captive keep track of each other? A lot of yelling and screaming. So the house, the walls are obscenely thick and the doors are solid. So if you're in one room and you shut a door, you can't hear anything like far away, like in the next room over. So it's it's exciting. Okay, so the clay to get like the orange to match the pumpkin, I just went to, where did I go? Michael's, and I got just polymer clay in bright orange, And then I got a little brown, a little yellow, and then like a really, really dark brown. And I mixed those together until I got a color that looked very pumpkinish. And I did that off camera just because it must have taken me like 30 minutes or something to totally mix this together. And that would not have been very fun to just sit and watch me doing. So I'm going to turn this back to myself. And I've never done this, so I don't know if this is going to work, or if it's going to be silly, or if it's not going to make enough of a difference. So we'll find out. I put in an old intercom system. That is a great idea. Let's see. See how this could work. And I'm just kind of pressing it into the front of the pumpkin and kind of trying to give like a little bit of like a furrowed brow ridge on top. My husband says it's okay if I call him my captive. Okay, and to blend these in, I've got some modeling tools. And I got a pretty close match as far as the pumpkin color goes, so it should. If I didn't get it close enough, or if you're not able to, you can also use like acrylic paint once you've got it where you want it and kind of blend it in a little bit. If I had more time and I was doing this off camera, what I would do is add all of this like bulk and dimension wherever I wanted it. And then I'd go in with some brown acrylic paint and like sort of darken up the edges a little bit to make them look extra spooky. The pumpkin seed recipe, when he gets back, I'll ask him. I think he usually just does like coarse salt and maybe something else. Are they ready? Can I touch that, or is it hot? It's steaming. Oh my gosh, this came out amazing. What is your recipe that you use for those? Salt? Okay. And that's it? And you flip them while they're in the oven? Interesting. That's his secret recipe. Oh my God, those are so tasty. You did an amazing job on those. Okay, I'm actually liking this. I wasn't sure about it. You want to see it? You like that? Does it show up enough? Oh, what temperature did you put them in the oven at? 3, 4, 400, 340, 300, 400. Okay, good to know. 400 degrees. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to throw them my way and I will sit here and try to answer them. Are the skeletons from real human bones? Of course. He can attest to that. Is the house cold? No. It has forced hot air, and it also has a working boiler, which creates radiant heat through radiators all throughout the house. And we're going to ultimately have to have the radiator, the actual boiler replaced, but it's kind of doing an amazing job. Have you been in all the rooms of the house? No, because there's rooms in the basement I still haven't ventured into because they creep me out. Are you looking forward to decorating for Christmas? 1000% yes. Obviously, at this house, we're going to be able to have multiple Christmas trees. So, yes, I'm looking forward to cozy, fun Christmas decorations and all of that. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. It still isn't Halloween yet. What is your pumpkin's name? You know, do you have any ideas? So, I think that's his name. How do you get the vampire skull? Those are pretty rare. Not if you know a lot of vampires. Mortimer. Oh my gosh, I love that. We can't call him Mortimer. That's too good of a name, and he's only going to live for a little while. That is an amazing name, though. If you have a really, really good name, you save it for something incredible. How long has your captive been your captive? When was Kennedy elected? Okay, around that time. How about Lon, like Lon Chaney? I like that. Which is your fave, vampire or zombies? I think vampires. I love zombies. Vampires are where it's at, though, I think. You can reincarnate Mortimer for next year. Okay, let's do it. His name is Mortimer. How did you find your house? I saw a few people asking this, and I was trying to think. I used Zillow is what I did, and you can narrow it down to you're looking for houses for sale. And then I capped off the age of the house as far as how old it could be to 1925. And then you can get, like, if you want to get really specific, you can say it has to have an acre. You can start using keywords like Victorian or things like that. But that was how I found this house, was searching Google searching Zillow every few months, trying to find the right looking place. Arsenic and Old Lace is a great Halloween movie. I've never seen it, and I have been meaning to. And I think this is the year that will change. What was another house you were looking at? I was looking at a few. I got really tempted um, by this one in North Carolina, but I ended up not doing it. It was expensive. And I have like paranoia about like overextending yourself. And so I don't know. I just figured this was a safer bet. I mentioned this before, but I'm always waiting for a tornado to come and hit me and take everything away. Oh, did he not want to play with you? What are you going to do? Archimedes. Oh, he's a sweet little boy. What is the next big project you have planned for the house? So that's a really good question. There are so many to tackle. Oh, okay. This is something I want to talk about. I don't know if you guys will find it that exciting, but it is, I would say, at the top of the list of things that I personally am really, really excited about. In the dining room, there is this kind of 1980s wallpaper. And so, okay, let me rewind a little bit. I'll tell a story. So I mentioned that in the carriage house, there was that name Colin on the door. Well, Colin's brother was Tom Shepard Jr., I believe, and his wife, Mary Ann Shepard, who's now Mary Ann Shepard Lee, came to the house and talked to me and brought pictures of what the house used to look like when she, because she actually met him. I think they courted and actually lived here for a while. So she, I think that was in the 60s or the 70s. And so she had all of these pictures of the house. And in some of the pictures, there was this wallpaper in the dining room. And it was so beautiful. I thought it was so amazing. And it looked old in the pictures. And I went into the dining room after looking at those pictures and started picking at the 1980s wallpaper and pulling back a little bit. And that wallpaper is still there underneath. And I went around the whole room and I pulled off little sections, or like pulled back just a little bit to see the condition of it. It looks pretty darn good. And obviously I'm a painter, like I can paint. So I'm thinking, if you guys want to see it, I would love to do it. I would love to take off the 1980s wallpaper, seal the original antique wallpaper that's in there, and then go in and hand paint any missing pieces or damaged areas that need to be mended. And then it will be restored to how it used to be. And I so desperately want to do that. I don't know if that sounds weird or fun to you guys, so let me know. Okay. Okay, yay! I really want to. There's something about like a make under that I think is really fun when you just start like seeing how things used to look. Okay, I don't know if I'm being like sloppy with how I'm doing this. Are you okay? Let's see. Which room in your house feels more haunted? This one. I shouldn't talk too much. You think upstairs? He thinks upstairs. The stairwell, maybe? The stairwell feels... I don't think we're supposed to talk about it. Okay. I could spend 80 million years doing this, but I think what I'll do is sort of finish this up off camera because I could just do this forever. But it's starting to look really cool. And I feel like I could blend that out and then go in with some paint, but this is a winning idea, I feel. So taking a little polymer clay, oh, turn it, you're right, I'm sorry. It's one of those you kind of have to zoom in. I don't know if you can. Do you think you can pick that up and get it closer? Oh, adjust the zoom. You want me to try that? You can, it's heavy, are you sure? Okay, be careful. You want to adjust it for you? Tilt it down a little. Okay, perfect. Okay, yay. Amazing. All right. Okay. I think that is going to wrap up our pumpkin carving party. I hope you guys had fun. Are you going to go back to sleep? Okay. So I will see you again very, very soon. I mentioned a scarecrow episode is on its way, and I can't wait to get into the other fun holidays in this house. Take care of yourselves. I hope you're staying safe, and hopefully next year I will see you in person.